Here we go, slide. Good night.
Our first carry for Najee Harris.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
Now it's Fields.
Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You got a mini base. Line up.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10.
A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards on the ground.
So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
They give it off here to the tight end. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Here we go.
To throw is Fields.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
From the 5-yard line, will this opening drive yield 6? This is 3rd and goal.
Now Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
Boswell's kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
Now Hall to start the drive.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
Adams, the man in motion left. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Now they'll send Adams in motion left.
Rodgers going to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
In motion right is Wilson.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try to sneak with Taylor.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 88. No.
From the gun, it's Rodgers.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 35. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Adams, the man in motion left. Now Rodgers.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Where y'all going?
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. Touchdown! Tyler Conklin, a 15-yard touchdown ground. And the Jets have taken the lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Good. Up. Let's go. Right.
Play action. It's Fields. It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Don't jump. Ready? Right.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go, son. Hey, 551, 551. Right.
Back to throw. Fields. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for a sack. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. A fake there on the Jets sweep as it's Fields off play action. Flushed out right. This one deep for Wilson. A minute 52 to play until halftime. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Working from the gun. Rodgers. In trouble, and he's taken down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
No. Look again.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Fields. Across the formation, he hits Austin. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
In motion goes the tight end.
Right.
Here's Fields. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. That sack was by Isaiah Oliver from his cornerback position.
Here we go.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Throwing is Rodgers. And a completion to Wilson. And that's good for a gain of 6. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie wideout. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Yeah, this.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Hey, take 26.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Alex Highsmith picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. Oh, he sheds himself free. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Zerline's kick is up and through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That's caught downfield by Pickens. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. From the gun, here's Fields. He gets it complete to Harris. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Finds Pickens out right. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Here's 3rd and 3.
Hey, go.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 3 quarters in the books. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to their football as well. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. Did he get the feed down? Yes. Touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Slot man moves right. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That one taken in by Corley. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. There was Will McDonald bursting in there and making that play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Fields now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Don't jump. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go, set.
Now Fields. He finds Pickens over the middle. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
Here we go, set. Set.
Now it's Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. There's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Hall up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run. But it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. The towels are waving. Steeler fans on their feet. It's 3rd down. To throw is Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
But hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3.
Here we go. Right.
They snap it to Fields. He's got Pickens complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Out to the right here to Wilson. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here's Fields. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Now the Steelers use the first of their three timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Hall again. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down. Now the Steelers use the second of their three timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go. Hey, 551, 551. Right.
Back to throw, Fields. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no